Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Say hi, Zoe. Say hi everybody. Anybody who's new to my channel, I just want to real quick give you a little background. I a little bit over 1 year ago became disabled. I had suffered from fibromyalgia previously, and I passed out at work one day and spent the next almost 6 weeks in the hospital in a rehabilitation center, diagnosed with a heart condition called POTS, postular orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And what that does to me is it causes me to pass out, or I can also become tachycardic. I need to stay hydrated and also consume a lot of sodium. So most doctors tell you to decrease your sodium intake. In my case, it's the opposite. For someone who has POTS, it's the opposite. So in other videos, I might mention about Zoe, my service dog. One of her jobs is to alert me if I become dehydrated, and the reason being is to prevent me from passing out or becoming tachycardic. So just to give you that. And I also have a condition, there's two names for it, RSD, which is reflex sympathetic dystrophy, or it's also known as CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome. And that affects my leg, my left leg and my left foot. And I have a lot of difficulty with walking. I'm mostly in a wheelchair. I can use a walker for short distances. I've been working on desensitization, and which has really been very helpful. And I've been able to put some weight on my left foot now, and it's definitely getting more tolerable for things like having the covers on and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. I know that there's going to be good days and bad days ahead of me, but I'm able to get a shoe on my foot, and that is huge. So you might have noticed I completely changed my hair color and somewhat of the style, a little bit of the same. But I did decide that I needed a change for the new year and a new me, and I decided to go blonde. So we'll see how it goes. So far I'm loving it, and I decided to dress up my ears a little bit. So I do have some earrings on order, but I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Nicole, and I will link her video channel below, but she wears this absolutely gorgeous cuff with I believe it has 2 chains dangling down, and it's gorgeous. I just totally admired it. Kind of improvised, and I remembered that I had these are ancient. These are from, I don't know, like the 1980s, and at that time I wore them down here, but I thought, let's see how it works, and I've slept in it the last couple of nights, so it's been working, and for now it's just a lot of fun. And I thought this way, on days that I don't have makeup on or anything, I don't want to be mistaken for a boy, so that I'll dress up my ears, and maybe that won't happen. Who knows? You never know. They still call Zoe a boy, and she's wearing all purple, so you never know with people. But anyway, moving on to the topic of our channel, I wanted to talk about feelings of guilt, and along with that also feelings of depression. So there's another YouTuber who I will also link her channel below. Her name is Marcy, and she had brought this topic up on her channel. And if you want to join into her channel and leave your comments as well, I left her a comment. And guilt is something with somebody who has chronic illness. I'm finding as I'm on this journey, there's a lot of different stages of it. I am not able to drive because of my leg and my foot, and also with the whole passing out situation, it's not safe for me to drive anyway. So my parents, who are absolutely fabulous, have been driving me to all of my appointments so that my husband doesn't have to take off of work. And I had a very hard time with the amount of appointments that I had, especially in the beginning. I would have 3-4 appointments a week, and they've slowed down some, but I felt a lot of guilt doing that to my parents. I mean, they're both retired, and they should be enjoying themselves going out to lunch to, wherever, if they want to go away for a week, and they can't because of me. And we did need to have another party step in. I did end up having a therapist help me out with that. And that's another thing that I want to point out, that if that's something that you need to do, then do it. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed about it. You need to take care of you. And if you need help from somebody else, do it. So it was the best thing. And the three of us went in, and I had told her previously about, why and what I wanted to discuss and everything, so she knew. And so when my parents came in, I couldn't even talk. I just started to cry, and she had to tell them why they were in there, and because I hadn't told them that they were going to be coming in. So they were, I think, very taken aback. They didn't, they had no idea, and they were very upset and very supportive, and, told me that basically my dad, who, if you know him, the way his sense of humor is, he, as you see me tearing up, he basically told me that I was being absolutely ridiculous, that this is something that a parent does for their child. And any of you who know me personally know that 3 years ago, my older son went through a condition with his legs, and he had lost his ability to walk. They didn't know what it was, and I'm blanking out on the name of his diagnosis right now, but it'll come back to me. But I drove him. I had to take off work for a full week every month and take him for IVIG infusions. And thank God, after 1 year of that, he is fully in remission, and he has full use of his legs, and he is running a karate school, and he's in college, and he's doing phenomenal. So when my dad said that, it kind of struck home that I didn't think twice about taking off of work. It's your child, you do what you need to. So that did help me to understand where they were coming from. But you're going to have other times too where it might be friends that you want to make plans to go out, and maybe you're not feeling up to it and you need to cancel those plans. And that too can lead to feelings of guilt. And I've lost friends that I'm not accessible anymore. And I don't want to say, you do kind of find out who your real friends are. And I don't mean that in a negative way. There's people that kind of, when you're in their life, you're part of their life. And when you're not, it's gone and forgotten. And there's people who will make that extra effort to keep the friendship. And those are the people that I'm talking about when I say finding out who your true friends are. And I have really been completely blown away by the people that have stuck by my side and came to the hospital to visit me. And those of you also who, if you know me, I ran a knitting group out of my house once a week, which we now do once a month. It's knitting, crocheting, and cross-stitching. And there's 4 absolutely amazing women from there who took turns coming to the hospital to see me, because they knew that, during the day, my parents would come, and then in the early evening, my husband and kids would come. And then later on in the evening, or maybe there were spots during the day where I didn't have anybody, and they kind of alternated schedules so that somebody always came to see me. And it was just such a beautiful thing and so appreciated. And they know how much I appreciate it. I mean, I've told them so many times and taken them to lunch and, thanked them. And So, you know, Colleen, Trudy, Mary, and Karen, you guys know how much I love you, and you really have no idea. I know I say it all the time, but you have no idea how much it means to me, how you guys have stuck by me. And we've made plans to go out to lunch, and even sometimes with the knitting, even just, you know, scaling it down to once a month, I've had to cancel because it just happened to be a day that I did not feel well. And I had a very hard time with, you know, especially since it was once a month, and canceling it and feeling terrible. You know, here are these wonderful women who really went out of their way to come and visit me in the hospital and rotate with each other to make sure that I always had a visitor, and to check up on me, and texting me and calling me, and, you know, and just all these beautiful things. And now I'm canceling on them. And again, you feel just horrible about it. And they would all tell me, you know, we understand, stop, you're being silly. But it is a real feeling, and you need to accept that feeling. And I found that the more you try to either push that feeling down, you become depressed about it, or you get angry, and it's just really not healthy for your mental well-being. So if there's ways that any of you deal with any guilt that you feel, I'd like you to share, if you wouldn't mind. You know, if it's too personal for you, I totally understand that. But if you have any strategies or anything, or a situation that you think maybe somebody could relate to, you know, please leave that in the comment section. I just think that it's very important to talk about and to get out. And like I said, I don't think that anybody should ever have to feel like they're dealing with this alone. So I've said this previously in my other videos. You know, if you need somebody to talk to, please reach out to me. I leave all of my contact information in the description box underneath the video. And, you know, feel free, because nobody should have to suffer alone. And if you are feeling any type of, you know, depression or things like that, where those feelings of guilt have exacerbated and gone on, I really can't stress enough how much getting outside help is worth it. And it's not anything to feel ashamed of or embarrassed about, because it helps, and whatever is going to help you, you need to do. So kind of, you know, that old saying that if you're not well, you can't take care of anybody else. So even though you have a chronic illness and there's days that you are not well, the days that you are well, you want to be able to be happy and be able to function and, you know, get on with your life and find new things to make you happy. So thank you for watching. And as I said, you know, please leave any comments in the comment section, and my information is in the description bar. So if you're watching on a mobile device, you know, phone or an iPad, that would be the little triangle that you click to open, or if you're on a desktop or laptop computer, you would click show more and it'll drop down for you to see there. I also have a video that I did that will show you the steps to do that on its technology tips, so you can check that if you're not sure how to do that. To leave a comment, I had a few people asking me on Instagram, they weren't sure how to leave a comment. You do need to log in and create a YouTube account. It doesn't mean that you need to have a video, you just need to have that Gmail account in order to do so. So I believe it has to be Gmail. I might be wrong, so if anybody knows, feel free to correct me on that. But you do need to create an account in order to leave a comment. So please do so. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm going to have the name of what my son had. I'll have that written in below, because it's still not coming to me. So but I thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Take care.